My name is Robert.
My name is Daryl.
And we've seen everything, everywhere, all the time.
Crouching Lesbian, Hidden Raccoon. If Marvel Studios had made Kung Fu Hustle as an attempt at remaking The Matrix, you'd get everything, everywhere, all at once. And where would you put it? This movie is a trip, and it's all about baggage. And bagels. One of my biggest points of pride is creating the sandwich I dubbed the Daryl Strawberry. Cinnamon raisin, bacon, strawberry cream cheese.
Boo.
Try it.
All that we out here right now. Listen, if you're fat and gay, you might like everything bagels. This movie is outrageous.
Shots fired.
It's absurd. It's fun. It's tear jerking. It's jerking. There's fun. There's butt play. But there's hot dogs. Jamie Lee Curtis, the twins. I never wanted a gay daughter more. Or a gong gong.
First of all, like and subscribe.
You have to.
And then I'll tell you what I was about to say.
It's on the Patreon that's in the future.
So you know,
different path, different timeline, the Patreon.
Like and subscribe. We're on TikTok as well. Because we are very young. Now, speaking of very young, Y-U-N-G, you know what expression I really like? Going nowhere fast.
I really like going nowhere fast.
How fucking funny is that?
That's like this movie.
Yes.
Going nowhere fast. She went everywhere fast.
It's going nowhere according to one of the characters, but going everywhere according to the other. Oh, now we're getting real philosophical.
We get real happy towards the end. We get real cynical.
Spoiler, it ends happy.
It does end happy. It ends with the IRS not coming for everything they own. And
that's the best case scenario in anyone's life.
Exactly. As an American,
yes.
Whoo,
yeah.
I still haven't done my taxes.
Is that real?
True.
I saw this movie at the first time with no context at all, and I think that's the way you guys should watch it as well.
Yep.
So we're not going to do too much on the spoiler side, but even if we tried, it would be basically impossible to get you to understand what this movie's about.
No, we were just watching an interview with Machine Yo.
Michelle Gun Kelly. Yeah. Right.
Where she was basically said that she made 1 million notations on the script.
Right.
And she had things
Chinese.
color-coded.
She has to translate herself.
They were all different shades of red. But it was just like that complicated. And like the movie is a fun movie, but once you go into this, once you have a Russo brother involved.
At least one.
At least one. It's going to be like Lost. You're going to be lost.
Shouts out to the Russo brothers. They've given us this. Arrested Development, they played a part in.
I forgot about that. They got that money. Where'd they get the money from?
Obviously, the Avengers. No, it's not even the money. It's like these guys really know what they're doing. But it made us think one component of the movie is that there's some universe jumping. Speaking of the Russo brothers, it wouldn't be a Russo brothers joint.
A very fun way.
There's no multiverse.
A fun way to jump in. Different than The Matrix.
Right, exactly. So the way you access another universe, you can access another universe version of you. And you can acquire their skills. So, imagine you have what would you imagine?
I don't want to imagine. Right. Because a lot of the things in the movie were absurd things that you had to do to get to another universe. And I think the whole idea was that, like, you have to do something that gets you a little bit closer to that other universe itself.
Well, you have to do something. The universes work here kind of like Marvel, where every decision you make splinters into a new timeline, right? So you have to do something so outlandish that it gets you, hopefully, to that outcome you want. The universe where you have the gymnastic skills or the kung fu skills in this movie. There's a universe where she accidentally gets like hot dog fingers. We won't do too many more, but
they literally do a whole flashback scene of explaining the hot dog fingers, which was we didn't need, but
they went all the way as doing the actual scene from 2001, where the apes are fighting each other and they, you learn our evolution or whatever. I can tell you right off the rip, I'm not doing anything that involves my genitals being hurt or mutilated in any way. It's just not going to happen.
Dude, they were so down to jump on it.
Yeah.
They were no questions asked. They got from Alpha World, yo, we need you to put this in your butt.
I think that's the ultimate pass. Because it's like they needed to do it.
It's like when you go to prison.
Right, but would Cameron think they needed to do it?
I think
he might disagree with that. I think
only
he might
if they went to
die
jail.
Or whatever the fuck.
You can only be in the jail environment if he's going to give you a pass.
Right.
That's the only way that's going to happen.
Right. So I wouldn't do anything involving my genitals being mutilated, even if it involved the universe collapsing in some really bad way.
I like the idea of you have to do something to access, because like in movies like The Matrix, it's so easy.
It's too easy.
You literally just download the skill and now you know it. I know Kung Fu.
And we're always, 100%. And we're always, or at least I implicated you in this shit. Magic incurs a cost. I could think of one where you would have to wet your finger and touch a socket.
Yes, slap a landlord, kick a baby.
Slap a landlord. We're looking for a bummer vibe, basically.
Kick a baby. It's something weird.
You've been dying to kick a baby your whole life.
Just like toss it.
You would probably have a very kickable baby, no offense. Maybe that's a compliment, actually.
Nah, that's not.
It's too easy to say I would want like an exact X-Men universe where I was in the X-Men universe.
Like everybody had powers?
Right, but maybe something slightly off, like the colors are swapped or something.
Like you're the only one without powers?
Yeah, I would make a universe where I'm the only one without powers.
Unique.
Yeah.
Your power.
I guess that would be a
ordinary.
Being ordinary, yeah. I'll probably die pretty soon.
I'm pretty sure there's a whole show based on what we just done, that whole concept.
But there's only one, yeah. Where most of people are superheroes. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's some shit like that.
Actually, I think that's what Invincible is based on, but he eventually unlocks his powers, so it's a little different.
Right.
Also, My Hero Academia is like that, but he has to eat somebody's like genetic like makeup. Like he had to eat his hair to gain his powers. Weird shit like that.
Weird shit like that.
Ooh, eating stuff, having to eat stuff to gain access to another world.
Yeah, that's easy to accomplish because I think we're always thinking about like weird gross shit because of Jackass.
But hard to do.
Yes.
Because
you start getting the
if you're allergic to something and you have to chew it down.
Oh, and you have to deal with the whole
you have a whole reaction. Like if I had some like shellfish and then I'm allergic to it.
Yeah, you're like almost about to die.
But now I can breathe underwater.
Ooh, you become a fish. Ooh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah,
there's some poetry there.
Yeah, there we go. Where it's kind of related to whatever.
You have to drink gasoline, but now you are a car.
You go fast.
That's kind of cool, actually.
You smell bad.
That's going to happen no matter what.
You smell like gas.
I really do. I've been farting just seeping out of my butt. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back.
Shouts out Jamie Lee. We're back. Too many people directed this movie. Too many Daniels.
Definitely too many Daniels. Do you fuck with their name or not? We'll start right there.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
They should have been called the Daniels. They didn't want to, but
I like that they made that it was a decision though.
It wasn't
just like it could have been either one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They
decided they were just like
Daniels goes hard, and I get the thing that you don't want to seem like you don't want to be the Daniels.
Pretentious. You don't want to be pretentious about it.
That's
they knew on the streets, but I like the name.
Yeah,
I like the collaboration.
Yeah, they each bring something to the table. We're talking about a movie here, ladies and gentlemen. You've probably seen it already. It came out a million years ago. Very dense, very intricate, highly conceptual.
Yeah, fun.
Really hard to think about how you put something like this together.
No,
some people make sense.
Especially since it's like, is really thinking about like mortality really and how you visualize like your life being.
Right.
And they're putting so much comedic beats in between it. Because
you gotta keep it light. Yeah.
At the end of the day, I liked it because life is funny. Like at the end of the day,
right.
Like whether it's hard or not,
yes,
there's moments and kernels within that are hopeful and just make you laugh.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of the lesson that our main character learns at the end of it.
No, we're dealing with something here where like the title is apt because it is about everything. It's about existence. Mm-hmm. They're dealing with really heavy concepts, and every movie you can argue, every movie, every book, every drama, everything deals with this always, right?
Yeah.
But this is about that. It's like the ultimate meta sort of, you know.
Yeah, it was very pop culture filled.
Absolutely.
A million references, a million movies that you can like call to where you're just like, oh, they took that from this, or they not even took that referencing this, right? And doing so.
But it works too with what's going on, with the premise, with the thesis of this shit.
Oh no.
No, but you're right. So you get this whole thing where like I guess I'll just start with saying I think a lot of what I enjoyed about this is that when you're thinking about taking everything apart and just looking at everything from the base components, it could be very dark because you're suddenly left with nothing to stand on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you deal with a character who's dealing with a lot of that, and then of course you get some inspiring shit at the end. So not only do you get a good movie with a good payoff, but you get also like recharged. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Because you deal with that shit. The movie does a good job of being emotional and not shying away from shit. So you're forced to actually endure the movie. You can't like.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
One of my favorite things like that happened throughout the movie was that Michelle Yeoh's character kept calling her daughter fat. Mm-hmm. Like she was just like insistent on being herself, but being more loving and being more understanding. Yeah, exactly. Like being more honest.
Exactly.
And sometimes the truth hurts. Like, you know what I mean?
Totally.
But it was her, just the character's choice to just be like, look, I know you're upset at me about this, and this, and we do have to work on this. But to be honest, you're fat.
Right.
Like that. It's just like a funny thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that she couldn't let go.
It's also just because I think that's probably, I'm not Chinese, but I think that's probably just a real part of that culture. You know, that honesty, that sort of, that's the way family talks. I mean, that's the way it is in at least Puerto Rican families. That's the only context I have. But you would imagine it's like that in a Chinese family.
Oh yeah, even
you know
like Michelle Yeoh's character Evelyn, she was going through like so much pressure just to like make her dad happy, and it was affecting her relationship with her daughter, which ended up breaking the whole universe,
right?
And in some type of way,
right.
Another thing that I really liked is that they emphasized that this version of Evelyn was mediocre. That she didn't accomplish anything.
Most mediocre.
Yeah, the most.
That's what makes her stand apart. That's why she's the most poised to save the universe.
To be able to handle the situation. Because she's done everything but nothing good. Mm-hmm. You know, it's so funny.
Exactly,
like, it's very good. I love like the play on that.
There's a lot of messaging that's going on here, but it's like, but again, a very dense movie. I guess we could talk about Michelle Yeoh real quick because she killed this shit, obviously. I mean, a lot of people killed it in this movie, but she's a legend for doing a lot of, I was thinking about, we almost saw Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
We should do it next week.
Because that's...
Or Scarface. Let us know in the comments.
Right.
Come on.
Some would say those movies are both two sides of the same coin. No one would say that.
They're moving fast.
Yeah. No, Michelle Yeoh's the shit. She's actually, I'm a Trekkie a little bit, low key. And she's in Discovery. She's a big part of high key. She's a big part of Star Trek Discovery, which was just like around this time, like a little before this. So it's interesting that this is a time and reality movie. You know what I mean?
Oh, she wasn't in the old Star Trek. She was in a Star Trek that recently happened.
That's correct.
Or maybe
and
still
dealing
ongoing.
with things that specifically have to do with time and other universes.
Oh, she was in this vibe. She was just like, what's that Marvel shit about?
I'm guessing these Daniels dudes might be Trekkies. That's what I was thinking when I was watching it. And they probably saw her on there. They were like...
Heavy nerds. Heavy geeks.
Why not? Why don't we put them in there?
Knowledgeable about some like just pop culture, comic culture shit.
And that's exactly what we were just saying that's part of... At least what I liked about it is unabashedly doing like the Tarantino, here are my influences. No, we're doing the whole thing. I'm not even like acting like I'm not influenced by the Matrix.
No, we're doing the scene.
We're doing the
We're doing the scene. We're doing the slow motion. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things in this movie with other movies I would be like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
One of the things, and maybe if I would have watched this knowing this information, is the directors were in this movie a whole lot.
Right.
And that's something that I'm like, about.
Right.
And they were all throughout it. And it didn't bother me. And I don't know if it didn't bother me because I just didn't know. And I was just like, these guys are in it. So that was one thing. And
where was Daniel Kwan in? What was he?
He was, I think it was in The Office when...
All right, that makes sense.
When they were meeting Jamie Lee Curtis's character.
Okay, word.
But yeah, the whole them being in it, and there was something else that I was going to say, but I forgot. In no way.
My bad, man.
No, it's okay.
Do you know, I was telling him, and I keep it funky with y'all, do you know the acrobatics I needed to go through to avoid from weeping like a baby throughout this? The first time I saw this shit, when it first came out, dude, I wept the entire time. This shit fucked me up. So watching it now too, it just gets real emotional. Like it's not afraid to do very Asian thing.
No, and
am I wrong?
No, and it jumps in and out of it also, which is
at a drop of a hat where you're like, thank God you did that because I was right there.
Like it was happening because it's happening to the main character where she's just getting pulled from situation to situation to situation, and she's really the only one conscious of it besides the people who are trying to fucking kill her. And it's also doing it to the characters and doing it to us. So there's a whole bunch of, the whole time she's going through a crisis. The IRS is after her property. She's having a bad relationship with her daughter. She's trying to show face for her father. She doesn't even know that her husband wants to leave her. There's like a multiple things that are occurring to this woman. And on top of it, she ends up having to have to save the universe from her daughter.
On top of all that. But it's so relatable, right? Like, it feels just like she seems so human in the way she's dealing with all this bullshit. Michelle Yeoh really killed it, though.
No, she crushed it. And so did Stephanie Sue, the daughter. She was the one who was really pulling on my heartstrings like the whole movie. And then Key at the end when he was just like pouring out like his love to his wife.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Such a kind dude, such a like adorable character that you want to love.
He's basically the kind of like the source of light, because there's a lot of dark shit going on in this movie, and he ends up being the thing that reminds. It's the whole thing that Michelle Yeoh's on. She's on a really dark trip at that part of the movie, and he ends up being a source of light. He plays that shit so well. Shouts out to the homie.
He won an award for
Short
this movie,
Round.
right?
I think so, yeah.
Short Round.
Yeah. Chode.
Yeah, dude. Short Round.
From Temple of Doom.
Around the streets.
He had a real good comeback with this. Michelle Yeoh's a legend from China, but the homie Key is a legend, just like Jamie Lee Curtis.
American legend.
And I wish I would have looked up his name before I used my phone to film this episode. the Chinese dude who used to be the Chinese guy in everything, bro.
Gang Gang.
He was the Chinese guy in everything.
Great name, Gang Gang. I was very happy. I was like, who's Gang Gang? Ah, Papa
Gang Baby Gang.
Papa Gang Gang.
Papa Gang Gang.
Oh, Papa Gang Gang is such a good name.
One of my rap names.
You know what? That's every character that I'm making in a video game.
Papa Gang Gang.
And I'm gonna think
617.
And I'm gonna think about his fucking emperor fucking haircut, his Dracula haircut.
Dracula haircut. I'm gonna put Heihachi up here too from Tekken. If I showed you a picture, if I had my phone and I wasn't filming this episode, I would show you. Look, we're a little scattered. I'll speak for myself. I'm speaking for him again, but because the movie is very scattery.
No, you're getting pulled everywhere.
Very fast. But another compliment is just the way they will cut between. They had a lot to deal with visually in this movie to show a universe jumping from one to another.
Collage.
And there were some seamless cuts where like a door would close and another will open elsewhere. Where she was like choking someone, and then she was caressing the homie's face or some shit. It was weird shit like that, visual shit, where you're just like, dude, that is.
It must have been hard to film because you like most films are filmed out of sequence. Now this is like super out of sequence because you're like this is why you had to make a bunch of notations and highlight the script.
100%, yeah.
If you're just like, all right, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we following?
Yeah.
Because probably for the actor, it would probably be easier to like stitch it up yourself. Like all like the scenes.
You would want something, but I have to imagine like they were probably just rocking blind and just being like, look, I'll wait for the cut. I'll do whatever you tell me to do.
Because there was a lot more CGI and green screen in this than you would imagine. Because this was during COVID a lot of times. So actors weren't even acting with each other.
Right.
So it was like split up.
It came out in 2022, so it was definitely in the thick of COVID for sure, yeah.
Yeah, but it came out great.
Yeah.
And actually, COVID probably influenced the way that it was edited because of the way that it had to be shot.
Yeah, they had to be more creative with certain
shit. Yeah. Which probably made it even more like better it made it better for the audience.
I think
it just was more visually appealing because of just like the fast cuts and everything.
Shouts to Jamie Lee Curtis, another legend in this movie who did her thing. She's so great at not stealing shine from anybody. Doing her thing, but being incredible. Mm-hmm. Man, dude. I just brought it up because we both love Asian shit, to be honest with you. And I know he hadn't seen it. I'm like, come on, this movie was great. I remember I loved it the first time. I haven't seen it since because, again, very heavy. It leaves you in such a mood.
No, it's
but a good mood, though.
No, yeah, because it ends happy.
Yeah.
It ends hopeful.
Great fight choreography. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
No, the fighting was superb.
Yeah, real Chinese.
And very creative.
Yes.
I'm telling you, butt plugs.
Fanny pack. Speaking of fanny pack. Speaking of getting your fanny pack.
Fanny pack. Beating your fanny with that pack. I'm telling you. It was great.
Good fucking movie. Anything else we need to...
I don't think so. What do you rate it?
I'm going to give this an 8 out of 8.
An 8 out of 8. 100.
100. You know why? 8 is very big in Chinese culture as far as good luck.
Forever.
So rather than giving it 8 out of 10, it seems like bad luck. 8 out of 8. Which is... You can call it a 10 out of 10, but it's technically not. It's an 8 out of 8.
No, it's 100% 100. It's a 10 out of 10.
It's 100% 100. It's everything. I'm giving it everything.
According to ratios, 100%. He loves this shit.
That's his girlfriend's name, Ratio.
I'm gonna give this what my heart feels like it deserves. Because you said it and it was in my mind. So I'm gonna say it.
Go ahead.
It's an 8 out of 10.
So you see how Buddhist that is? We have the same score, but it's not the same score.
It is the same score.
And you, okay, 8 out of 10. Yeah.
I feel like if the reason why it's an 8 out of 10, because I feel like...
Please tell me.
While it's a good movie, I don't know if I want to watch it again.
It's heavy. It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's
a lot. I told you. Yeah, that's why I was like, if we don't watch it here, I'll probably never watch it again. It's a lot of emotion to deal with. And not only that, it's like also like very busy. Like it's a busy movie.
It has replayability. Don't get me wrong. It
Absolutely.
for sure has replayability.
You may need to watch it again.
You're not catching everything.
Right.
Especially because like this is definitely a type of movie where they just have shit in the background that means something. That like the first time you watch it, it doesn't mean anything to you. But the second time you watch it, you're just like, oh, this.
Lupe Fiasco type shit. You know
samurai shit. Just become a whole samurai.
Oh, true. He could have been in this movie, Lupe.
Oh, yeah. He wanted to be in this movie.
Shouts to Lupe. We hope to get you on the podcast at some point.
We'll have Jose first, though.
And we won't tell you why he thought of Jose when we thought of Lupe Fiasco. We'll see you guys next week.